It's been a while since you've docked here, eh? I suppose the lockdown has hurt your profits as well. Oh, it must be hard to shuttle people when nobody's allowed to leave. The blockade has been bad for everyone. Your manifest says it's been 2 months since you last came here. It's become much worse since your last trip. Military checkpoints are everywhere. Nothing new. Our space forces have been in full readiness ever since the space battle in orbit. Tensions are running high. All Republic vessels must be searched, and the delays are turning pilots grey before their time. And ever since the Republic fired on our space forces, things have been even slower. Bad days. Bad days. And things are getting worse. I'd get out of the system quickly, if I were you, friend. Well, doesn't look like you have any trade goods, so the inspection's just a formality. Here's your starport visa. Don't lose it. They're priceless right now. If you want to leave the planet, you need a starport visa. They're very hard to get. Many people want to get out of here before... Certainly. Mind what I said about the starport visa.
Latest news today, the Onderon Space Force has confirmed that a Republic military craft initiated the space battle over our planet. Sources inside the military say the first shots of the massive battle were fired by the Republic vessel, the Ebon Hawk. The Ebon Hawk is a capital-class vessel and it destroyed 15 Onderon military fighters. Queen Talia is expected to make an announcement later today. Whether her support of the Republic will falter due to this attack is unknown.
I can't believe that the Republic assaulted our space force.
General Vaklu is royalty too. I know a lot of people that wish he was king.
I think Vaklu is using Republic spies as an excuse to intimidate anybody that would oppose him.
General Vaklu was an underground resistance leader during the Mandalorian occupation. He's a real hero.
Fair winds to you, Offlonger. Is it too much to... These beasts you see here are for delivery to Telos. But the Republic vessels that transport them have to wait for thorough and needlessly long searches. So we have stopped gathering beasts now, but they still fill the city. They have been kept in their cages for a long time, but perhaps it is the city itself. ISIS has... These beasts you see here are for... but the Republic vessels that we have... I am a beast rider. I have flown great distances gathering the animals. We keep hoping that Ithorians or Telosians get through the Space Force's searches, so that... Telos was attacked by Dark Cloud in the Jedi Civil War. The surface was completely destroyed. The Ithorians have been searching for appropriate wildlife to create a new Telos, but their merchants are stalled by the blockade. Telos was attacked by... Our people have been here for centuries. In ancient times, our people were criminals, prisoners who were cast out of Isis and sentenced to die by the beasts in the wilds. But our ancestors learned how to survive and even tame the mighty beasts. They became our strength and companion. But 2 generations ago, an Isis princess named Galia and a great beast rider hero, Bunk3r, married. They united our people. But now things are unraveling. Many beast riders have fallen to the city ways, and some are now no more than common thugs. The beasts stir from the changes in the wind. They cannot be... No one is to leave the city without the starport visas. It shows passage in and out of Isis. Calm.
Run!
Weakness is revealed.
I don't know what to say. I had heard stories, but I assumed that they were fledgling. Not since my first Drexel have I lost control of a beast. Absolutely not. The beasts grow more agitated by the day. As you've just seen. When they get that way, not even a skilled beast rider can control them. I am so sorry for again. The beasts are growing very... I plan on talking with my brothers and sisters to see if there are solutions.
That space battle has caused hell. I heard the Paraga's mining.
The Republic wouldn't attack our ships.
General Vaklu is royalty too. I know a lot of...
You again? You don't need to see me if you want to leave this city.
Halt, off-worlder. You'll have to answer some questions. What is your business? Why not? I can see you have no crates or cargo, and your ship is obviously not affiliated with the Republic. You're free to go. Don't lose your starport visa, otherwise you won't be leaving for a long while. You're already...
It disgusts me how many soldiers in other commands are willing to put aside their sworn duties. We took an oath to protect...
I'm Captain Galisi, off-worlder. If you want to pass here, I'll need to see you.
Let's hurry this up. I want him escorted out of here quickly.
This is outrageous. I'm not a spy. I'm a journalist for Isis Com.
You're a Republic spy, and your propaganda will be silenced. We are taking you back to our barracks for interrogation.
But, well, you can't be serious. You accuse me of propaganda? I have proof that Vaklu is withholding information on the so-called Republic.
One more word of treason out of you. What are you looking...
Please, ma'am, help me.
This spy has been using his position as a journalist...
But that's just crazy. I was a member of the Resistance. I fought in the Mandalorian War.
Yes, and your disloyalty... Men, let's take this. Another word out of you and we can make the trip.
Mother, why can't we go home? I'm not supposed to talk.
Please, Captain, help me. My children and I are desperate to get off of Onderon. Do you have an open starport visa? My husband was killed by General Vaklu's troops. We have seen many wars on Isis, and I know war is coming. I've told you our story. Please. My husband, he was part of the Isis Council. He was a strong supporter of the Queen and the Republic. His views weren't always popular. Over time, he became convinced that Vaklu was trying to kill Queen Talia. He tried to kill Vaklu. The conspiracy was discovered, and he was shot during the arrest. What he did was wrong. Please, help us.
You have the look of someone used to adversity, a cut above the rabble around. Everyone around here begs and pleads night and day for open starport visas. Very touching how well they act out their lies. Or truths. It doesn't matter. I offer you 2,000 credits if you find an... I only know of one person who might offer something comparable. And what's going on there is illegal. I'm a legitimate trader. There's only one thing ultimately more important than money, and that's your life. She's trouble. I want nothing to do with her. If you want to get involved with that sort of person, you'll have to figure it. No, I don't think so. So... Does it matter? Truly matter? No. I have no sad story. I just know people who will pay a great deal for an open... Ask someone who cares about... So... No,
In the Council of Lords today, Lord Dashiell recommended a special commendation for Colonel Tobin due to his brilliant command of our armada. Without him, Lord Dashiell said, the Republic attack would surely have done more damage.
Welcome to what must be the smelliest place in the universe. Ithorians have been buying them to help rebuild Telos, but the Republic blockade has meant long delays. And because of that, beast cages are filling up the streets of Isis.
That's an air defense tower. The city's filled with them. Isis is an ancient city, and for many generations...
Towers like these were built to protect us against Drexel and their beast riders. A Drexel is a flying beast. Huge creatures with teeth the size of your arms. Lethal, and skin like ferrosteel plates. Somehow the beast riders figured out how to tame them years ago. That's a long story. You sure you have the time? Most people don't care for an old soldier spinning a tale or two. Someone else who likes history, huh? All right. Isis was formed pretty much at the dawn of our civilization. It protected us from the dangerous beasts that litter Onderon. For ages, our worst criminals were cast out of the city to... They learned how to tame the native beasts. About 50 years ago, Princess Gallia married one of the great leaders of the Beast Riders, Bunk3r. That was right at the start of the... By the end of it, Gallia was crowned queen, and finally there was peace between our... It's hard to put aside centuries of conflict. There's an uneasiness between our people. Citizens usually only see the fallen Beast Riders, who know better than thugs. Certainly, These are troubled times. You've probably heard that General Vaklu and Queen Talia are having some... I've been warned from command to keep my opinions to myself on that. So I've learned my lesson. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. Times are too complex for a simple soldier like myself. Sometimes I made the mistake of answering questions. If you say anything bad about a superior officer, they call that disrespecting the rank. Do that too many times and it's not long before you're a civilian. The politics of the day is probably the most talked about subject in the city, and everyone wants to share their particular view of what's going on. Opinions are like Gizka around here. Times are too complex for... If you say... Stay out of trouble.
We're going to have to find another source of cheap fuel now that Paragus is gone.
I think Vaklu is using Republic spies as an excuse to intimidate anybody that...
I heard the Paragus mining facility was completely destroyed.
Please tell me you're an off-worlder. You came from the... You are? Wait, this is not so. You think to make a joke on Gagarin?
Watch it, Keg. The captain already has enough complaints about you.
No need to be alarmed, my... You have returned. General Vaklu is concerned about well-armed and... I can only sell to off-worlders like you that have the proper clearance. Of course, sold... Oh, everything is great here. Large for... Dan... Oh, all right. You have returned.
I can't believe the Republic assaulted our space. General Vaklu is royalty too. I know a lot of people that wish he was king.
I think Vaklu is using Republic spies as an excuse to intimidate him.
There must come a time when the Queen bows to the will of the people. The Republic has brought nothing but war and death. In our 50 years of flying their colors, we have had more war than the past millennia. Back General Vaklu in his effort to make her see reason. For all that we have given, now we get nothing. The Republic is weak and falling apart. Its Jedi, whose fallen brethren have brought such misery to us. Are you with... Leave here, off-worlder. My words are meant for the sons and daughters of Onderon.
That's enough, Bunk3r. If you keep this up, you're going to spend time in detention.
You can't silence me forever, so... If I speak more right now, the soldier...
I heard the
I can't believe the Republic assaulted our...
These are dangerous times. People like Kotor.
General Vac.
I heard the Paragus mining. I can't. General Vac is royalty too. I know a lot of people that wish he was king.
Unnecessary observation. You are eliminating many of us Jedi, but such actions only annoying recitation. Recitation. My life is yours. Optimal accuracy ratio achieved.
Something you need. Something you need.
How may I serve? The honor is mine.
Something you need.
My life is yours.
I'm quite busy right now. Perhaps later we could talk. I'm quite busy right now. Perhaps later we could talk.
Yeah.
How may I serve?
Kawana bota ayuka taigwa kankidora. Yasora ku tuka ulwanji yumalitva. Shanek ma winbok lelen koso baramwe.
Dahupa, bosa kurata, go jujuto yoki. Hiata yamba wajia. Kavadumpa munsuru kupla liyawa. Bo...
Mogachi norta hirembe wanachi. Kaki mogo grabo. Drum pabana karas mang.
Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatura. Tayaita, ta bosananansata.
Kawana bota ayuka taigwa kankidora. Yasora ku tuka...
Kavadumpa munsuru kupla liyawa. Bo bagaragawanda. Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatura.
Fereki mangradu noko herete. Jun sombo marampi no su clela sobu.
Taracho mosincho. Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatura.
Ondalal no saka. Kawana bota ayuka taig.
Variki, mangra, do, cha, skrini, do, pat. Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatura.
Dawancha mori konsova. Mawani dinchori.
Yes, human sentient, I want to hear the answer to this as well. Do you stand with youthful idealism or with political pragmatism?
Dovrei kun mwili wosa slima po wanga samwa.
Practical and efficient. An attitude that can take you far in life.
Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatura. Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatura. Tayay.
Let me scout the area.
I think Batlu's using Republic spies as an excuse to intimidate.
I heard the Paragas mining.
I have a job for someone like you. The pay is... I am a strong supporter of General Vaclu. The merchant quarter is an important area, not only financially but strategically. It is one of the few districts that is directly connected to the royal palace. The Queen and her advisors are well aware of this and have ensured that the captains here are extremely loyal. This presents complications for Vaclu. If you could arrange for them to be removed from their command. For each task you complete, I am prepared to pay you 2,500 credits. Plus you will earn the favor of some powerful people. We could make your job much easier. You can't attack them directly. The entire city would be after you if you assaulted their checkpoints. You may have to be subtle and patient. They don't have to be killed, just removed from command. There's Galisi at the starport. Riken commands from the turret tower. And Bastuco guards the entrance to the sky ramp. All loyal, and all need to be reassigned. He's the most junior of the captains. His superior, Captain Sulio, met with an accident. I believe you're familiar with that. Besides his strong loyalty to the Queen, I know next to nothing about him. He sometimes frequents the local cantina when he isn't at his post. He's been responsible for the merchant quarter for years. He's been chastised repetitively for his criticism of General Vaclu. His years of service won't protect him if he continues to subvert the chain of command. He has received several warnings. With a nudge, he just may get a dishonorable discharge. He's the most junior of the captains. His superior, Captain Sulio, met with an accident. I believe you're familiar with that.
Besides his strong loyalty to the Queen, I know next to nothing about him. He sometimes frequents the local cantina when he isn't at his post. He's been responsible for the merchant quarter for years. He's been chastised. His years of service won't protect him if he continues to subvert the chain of command. He's the most junior of the captains. His superior, Captain Sulio, met with an act. Besides, a true veteran, years of honorable service, completely dedicated to the Queen. Sadly, I think he's more on our side. But he's an old soldier that can't adapt to today's complex situation. Regardless of what the best interests of Onderon are, he won't swerve from execute. Persuasion may be ineffective. Take this military security card. It can be used to slice into security terminals. Perhaps you'll find about what.
This woman works for Vaklu. The Queen is riddled with shortcomings and other faults. We should assist Vaklu instead. By helping Onda, we may convince Vaklu we need not be enemies.
Has yet not.
There was an alert over by the sky ramp.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? This terminal is
Let me scout the area.
I said this terminal is restricted, civilian.
The soldiers in the merchant quarter are too loyal to the Queen.
You again? You don't need to see me if you want to leave this city.
The honor is mine.
There has been a serious accident here. The sky ramp is closed to all personnel pending an investigation. There has been a serious accident here.
Something you need. Let me scout the area.
There has been a serious...
Tinachara, Granacha, Ganoviso, Totorando Kani, Terando Noshwi Wanahoto, Rakichi Sa, Donacinto Norokipa Shakani, Rakichi Sa, Donacinto Norokipa Shakani, Dakosha, Nichotolo, Punta Chakorzo Mama, Yokashtuna, Jumkarantaka, Chonobograwe.
My life is yours.
Have any work that needs to be done?
Yeah. Let me scout the area. This is Dagon Kent's place. He's not the best doctor you'll ever meet, but he's well connected in this city.
You looking for Dagon? You're not gonna find him here. A soldier captain was murdered at the cantina real good. They got some suspects at the tower. From what I hear, Dagon Gent is one of them.
He's certainly capable of it, and probably stupid enough to get caught. But we need him, suspicion of murder or not.
It's the turret tower on the other side of the market. Captain Riken is the man to talk to. If you talk to him, tell him I got his 20 credits.
Let me scout the area.
We sommogo dosi sheba dente school mostovi gite yavach, piktarishan. Bram tabani soju. Da come jusmak miki baranye dosos o. Yatuka uwanrika chotin wani maurata waka. Kavadumba o wendido chokere.
My life is yours. is yours.
There's something I can help you with? Sorry, I can't talk.
Beasts are acting up again.
Heard of any good finds? Security's gonna be tight after what happened over at the Sky Round.
Some of those...
You a writer?
Go back to your ship, off-worlder. We don't need your kind...
I am 1B8D, an automated droid vendor. I have in stock a variety of quality droid... Reinitializing complete. Greetings. Do you have... That goes against my primary behavior programming. All items must be sold based on the most favorable market... Market conditions all set to 0. All prices now set to base cost value. Do you have any interest in my goods? Greetings, Master. One B8D was built and programmed by Tola. Greetings. Certainly. Sorry. Sorry. Certainly. Isis is the only city on the planet Onderon. All other information on this subject has been purged. 1B8D was built...
where you can't even walk the streets anymore.
This is our pickings are scarce these days.
Hard to keep the beasts in line nowadays.
Donos Emerakith, Wanarakora Chidrumuta Sain. Dawacho Sinu Poindorakawa, Ichi Rendumo Paramakawana, Bomabe want to Susintu Mukarata. To Estrectonatada in Wamagro, Mayrangana Noruta. Loka Kamaran and Dosoran in Wamagro, May. Tonora, Ton. Bomabe want to Susintu Mukarat. Febko Emariam Gawata Situ Insula Rakarakachata. Tamaso Kinchuda Wanka. Mopi Unawanas. Bomabe want to Susintu Mukarata. Febko Emariam Gawata Situ Insula Rakarakachata. Tamasokin. Bomabe want to Susintu Mukarata. To Estrectonatada Bear Mabar Chokto. Loka Kamaran and Dosoran with no chabi. Feb. Tonoranga Ton. Loka Kamaran and Dosoran in
You look like an off-worlder. My name's Galisi. I'm a checkpoint. If you're here for Juma Juice, it's not that good. But at least it's cheap. I don't think Bith have the same sense of taste. Long day, as always. Sulio was captain of that checkpoint for years. I never knew why she came here every night until I got... She was murdered. I didn't want her job, but I got it. The same as everyone. People are trying to blame that doctor, Dagon Gent. I don't think even Command believe, but someone's got to take the blame. I almost think that investigators aren't really looking. Dagon's convenient. They don't want to find the real murderer. Sulio was murdered. Maybe even assassinated. I might be a little I have a wife and daughter to look after, and I feel like I'm a target now. I'm tempted to just grab my family and take the first shuttle out of here. I really am torn. There are days... I believe you. How can you know? Never mind that. I think it may be a good idea to turn in my notice. I appreciate...
Malampro tarawanjika sa samchabarda watasha con Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatura tayaita Chone mulera tonkinge bano jansaka nikaraska Tanjanik mawimbo mungachi morta imbre wanachiki drumba bambwa Contichan munka Kawana bota yunta tanga kina Tong Kavadumpa munsuru kupla liyawa Bo bagaragawanda yay tua ulwanzi. Kavadumpa munsuro kupla liyawa. Bo bagaragawanda yay. Kawana bota yuntatanga kinamatura. Tayaita tabosananansata. Mulibrawa iberendia tia wish.
What do you want? Not really, I...
Tu! Ta cometa. Jone Muller gava. Da one. Unta.
I overheard some soldiers talk.
There's got to be something you need. Something you want. I have connections, many connections in the city. I can provide I even have a rare lightsaber crystal. Something you'd never find elsewhere. If you need money, I'll pay you 5,000 credits. All I ask is get me one open starport visa. Many Jedi have fought on this world. One of them lost their lightsaber in the Beast Wars. A reliable source says it's a rare Quixoni crystal. Incredibly rare and valuable.
Koshoni crystals were warmed by a dying sun millennia ago. Only a handful were obtained before the sun went nova. Their power is rumored to be great.
I see that's grabbed your interest. I really can't be any help with that. Let's just say that's all I want to talk to you about anyway. Don't worry what I'll do with a visa. Maybe I'll just take a vacation. Maybe I just want to visit my mother on Nar Shaddaa. Decent citizens like... I had faith you'd get hold of one. I've always been good at spotting talent. So what do you want for it? A weapon, money, or the lightsaber crystal? Your pick. Here you go. If you aren't satisfied with it, just let me know. Are you satisfied with your payment for the visa? I can exchange it for something else if you... The visa wasn't for me, but for an associate of mine. There are plenty of business opportunities. Are you satisfied? You aren't? Then what would you like instead? Done. Are you satisfied? You are? Done. Are you satisfied with your payment for the... Are you satisfied? You are. Done. Are you satisfied? You are. Done.
I served in the Mandalorian War. I was one of the ground troops. We fought on Daggery Mine. Enough of the past. The whole galaxy isn't safe for Jedi now, especially here. Onderon. That's the first good news I was sent by the Republic Senate to investigate certain delicate matters that are happening on Onderon. I have to get to Coruscant to deliver my report, but days before I was planning to leave, they started. After the Jedi Civil War, the Republic was weak, and the cost to the Jedi Order was staggering. This entire region is unstable. If Onderon secedes, other worlds may... Trade between our worlds has brought economic prosperity. I really can't say. The most I will say is stay clear of General Vaklu. His ambition, and Vaklu may very well win if I can't get to Coruscant in time. What do you want to know about? Dagon Gent didn't... Because he was with me at the... It's quite simple. Right now, he's accused of murder. If he's convicted, the sentence is death. If he's accused of espionage, let's say assisting a Republic spy, then the penalty for that is death. I'm afraid the Onderonians are quite fond of their death penalty. I was with Dagon in his office at the time of the murder. He definitely wasn't involved with her murder. We were taking great pains not to be seen, which has a certain irony to it, really. If you can free him, please do. He's been invaluable with his... I only wish there was something I could do to help him.
Assuming we get Dagon free, we're going to have a few private words about this.
I don't particularly like the idea that he's working for them now.
The information I have is vital to the Senate. My mission requires the most extreme cost. I'm taking a great risk talking to you. Thank you for the tip. The journey to Coruscant would be more costly and attract more attention. But there are many freighters bound for Telos. Helping me is not without its risks. I know you have Jedi training, so you can probably handle it. But I may be being watched. If that would compromise your mission, perhaps we should go our separate ways.
Tak. Dinor.
Nice to meet you, Sentient. Are you interested in a friendly game of Pazak? The deck is warm, the drink is... Foul business, that is. Like most nights, I was here. What do you want to talk about? Know him? He's probably my best friend on this planet. Honestly, he's not a very good doctor, but he is a great drinking companion. I'd much rather talk about... We haven't played before, so you should know I don't pull any punches. You prove your mettle, and I might throw in a bonus one of these rounds. That's a shame, friend. Perhaps next. Do you want another? Fal.
Geri inturunto wakare kwe wafgere bu. Inso telepachan ko sodaranane gra da nuta tolore.
Tonoranda mana.
You can't be the one that... Go back to your ship off-world.
This room is reserved, off-worlder. If you ask me, she got what she deserved. I know his face. She's a beast rider like me, and...
This is our part of the murder. Pickings are scarce these days. Most people avoid the streets.
What's wrong?
My life is yours.
Niso pamaranga dori savot. Dorcha niso bawata, raniche. Honta no saka, jita bedwana maticha. Honta no saka, jita kavadumpe masuraku. Sunaranga machochane, dota lutu. Padu creme so chiche no, shi wendido. Kavadumpe masuraku popayi bot dahupo botenyo goju chopicha. Wenta Kavadumpe masuraku popayi botenyo dahupo botenyo goju chopicha. Wenta ni sochu. Noroto Kavadumpe masuraku. We're not the
Fasa susho wi. Kana. Karanta. Lutana. Tutami si. Fasa.
Grazie kusa kuntachu.
Kroton oranga mana nunchka. Tanto todos tu mukarata. Miranga noroto. Kroton oranga mana tandi koroto. Mopinuna wanas. Insukre masukun ratungala. Merontono chunsara garoto. Kroton oranga mana tandi. Nunchka wanasicho ranapamanga kan. Mopidawa josi muchoto. Posa non chirinta masukin kurawanka. Posong chinsun mi karanga do mai chonga. Tu estrecto na tu insul. Insukre masukun. Kroton oranga manatandi koroto.
Tawini malre, una bola che... Grazie kusa. John Sobo Mari. Togachi, Norta, Imbreewe Sotami, Rishunko, Jova, Ninchachi. Tawini ma... Grazie. John Sobo Mogachi, Norta, Imbreewe Sotami, Pratan. Rishunko, Jova, Ninchachimba, Paxi, Tretuchut. We don't sacrate, Rotota de Jalawa, Kuriko Asotoya, Tawini ma... Grazie kusa. John Sobo.
Not much, but enough to live on.
As long as I get paid, I don't care what they want us for.
General, we have found them again.
Have we, Tobin? Or is this a preface to another of your failures? Consider the whole field, Tobin. Why would a Jedi risk all of this just to come to Isis?
The crew of the Ebon Hawk is elusive, General. We were warned about that, but we still underestimated them. But the fools are here, in Isis. The intel on this is certain. I'm ordering men loyal to us to take care of them.
I think I have an idea. Hold that order. Have her watch. The Jedi may prove a solution to another one of our persistent...
There has been a serious accident here.
I won't remain silent any longer. The Republic has actively attacked us. No! If Queen Talia is so removed that she won't do what the people so clearly want, then we must show her.
That's it, Ponlar. We're taking you in.
Brothers and sisters, let us rise! The time of patience is over.
He's right!
Get
They're arming. We need backup. Thank you, Offworlder. We may have to hold them off alone until backup arrives.
Kill
No one
You have returned. My stock is filled with weapons I can...
Back again, Offworlder? I'm sure you have a starport visa. If I were you, I'd leave. That's an air defense. Towers like these. Back again? We certainly do. Captain Sulio. She was in charge of the starport checkpoint. A good soldier. So far, he's just a suspect.
Dagon Kent is the only person I know with the contacts to help us out. We need to get Dagon.
Until we either eliminate him as a suspect or find the real killer. Dagon has quite a record with the authorities. The Colonel thinks that murder isn't too far a stretch for someone like him. I know Dagon personally. He's one of the worst doctors I've ever heard of. But I can't see him deliberately. Ask around there. I've heard he's got a good motive for killing her. If you can somehow clear that up and prove it wasn't him, Command will cut him loose. If I... No way. We're under orders to make sure no one sees the murder. I know Dagon personally. He's one of the worst doctors I've ever heard of. Ask around there. I've heard he's got a good motive. Stay out of...
I bet the scavengers on the destroyed planets are rich. War's coming. That should be good for business.
Security's gonna be tight. Some of those alien thugs had a go at you, right? I'm greetings.
This is my area. Go find your own. If you find anything of value, it's mine.
You need a rider?
Go back to your ship. This is our part of the moon.
A lot of credits to be made around here lately, if you have the right skill. Beasts are acting up again.
Onderon. Look at it.
Kavadumpe masu.
Tawancha morichi. Jone morlera. Tonkinge bano gavadumpa munsuru kupla liyawa. Kawana bota. Jon gavadum.
Now, what do you order? I'll just get...
Tanto todos, tu carota. Mira.
Onderon. Look at it.
Go back to your ship, off-worlder. This is our part.
This room is reserved. Huh. I know. She's a beast rider like me and our leader. You better never be...
Are you satisfied with...
I really can't be any help. Let's just say I'm one of their usuals.
Beast, I wonder if the waitress will ever get me my drink.
Good to see. What do you want? Dagon again. Because it's quite.
I don't.
Welcome back. Fal. She did? Oh no, by the four moon. They'd call each other all manner of things. That night, Celia was in great form. Dagon and I were laughing about some of the choicer ones. It may.
That bit of information will help with clearing Dagon. Maybe some of these people will know more about.
I was cleaning up stakes from a particularly rewarding Pazat game when I heard a loud sound outside. I grabbed my blaster and went out the door. When I got out, I saw Captain Salio. She was quite dead. Blood was everywhere. I heard a noise and saw Dagon Gent coming from his office across the courtyard. We both waited for the authorities to get there. The next day, they picked up Dagon and several other people in the area. It's crazy to think he did. Just outside the...
It might be a good idea to look at the...
Pasa sushi. Lutanas.
We're not in the covered. Juice. The hoop cover. We're not in the vet. Do not cover doom. The hoop.
Nobody we talked with mentioned a droid. This droid was destroyed recently. Someone in...
You a writer? Last thing we need is more competition.
Wait your turn. I have 3. Now, what did you order? I'll just guess.
Da hupa, bosa kurata, go jujutu yoki. Hiata yamba wajiaki, yukito tu. Honta chiwita in. Da wancha mori chiwa, mufalawa ni bob. Ichawa te crossi wisho toda si. E krimba chokwi. Gava da honta chi da one gava
Pickings are scarce these days.
This room. Huh. That Bith keeps buying droids, and the scavengers keep stealing them or blowing them up. Seems he's finally given up. The waitress is awful, but she's more fun than his droids. I wouldn't tell you even if I knew. I could tell you where you could find the parts, though. That western square has the perfect fence for droid parts. 1B8D is quite handy.
Greetings, Master. Entity Behemoth unknown. The market rate for those parts would be... Thank you for your bid.
Kiff in the cantina can probably do something with this.
Da hupa bo sakurata go jujuto yoki hiata yamba wajiaki yukito tune kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatura tayaita ta bosananansata.
Hello there. What is this? Oh my, she's dead.
Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatura tayaita ta bosananansata. Tu nitsama.
Welcome back. If it'll help Dagon, you got it. There's no way that Dagon could have done it. I saw him coming from his office. That's the opposite direction of the marketplace. We should go talk to Captain Riken and clear all of this up.
Nico, is it? And the Off-Worlder. What brings the two of you here? That's a bold statement.
It's a long story, so bear with me, Captain. The night of the murder, I was playing Pazak. It was a prosperous night.
That should do it. We still don't know who killed Sulio, but this will greatly assist our investigation.
You have been ordered off this investigation, Captain. I hope you can explain yourself.
I had nothing to do with this, sir. This citizen found information about Captain Sulio's murder. It's material to the investigation.
We've already got our man. Sulio and this Ghent were fighting the night she was murdered. He had ample motive. Have you read the report? Some of the things Sulio called him were vile. Sulio and Dagon clearly hated each other. You expect me to believe...
It's absolutely true, Major. I was a friend of both of them. They've done this dozens of times. Bahima the bartender can confirm it, as well as half a dozen other people. They were an odd pair, but they certainly didn't hate each other.
I see. Well, there's still the fact that he was right there at the scene of the crime.
I've already given my report, Off-Worlder. He came from his office, like I said.
The only thing that matters to me is that he was within blaster range when Sulio was killed, and he did not have an alibi. You have a recording? Well, I'm sure you're just misinterpreting it.
I've seen it myself, Major. Nico isn't the only one that spotted Dagon coming from his office. It really can't be Dagon Ghent. The real killer is still loose.
Very well, Captain. Set Ghent free, then. But if later it turns out that he did do it, it's gonna be on your head.
The men will be working on getting Dagon Gen out right away.
The Major sure isn't happy. You're quite a team. Together, you got the Major to back down. That's no small feat. The investigation has been handled at the highest levels. I've heard there's been some concern about that. With Dagon free, I don't know if the investigation team will find another suspect. They haven't been as... I'm not gonna say anymore. Probably said too much. If you head over to Dagon Gent's office, some men will bring him there shortly. We really need to patrol that sector better.
Thanks for getting me out of there. As detention cells go, it had definite class. I owe you and Mandalore one. Wrong place, wrong time. Captain Sulio and I were acquaintances. I just happened to be too close when she... No, and at this point, I don't care. She's dead now. Not like finding whoever did it will bring her back. I deal with death all the time. Not many people can help you out with that. There have been several assassination attempts on Queen Talia. That place is locked tighter than a Hud's Fall. I know a few people though. Who do you need to get in touch with? A Jedi Master, you say? Now that is interesting. It's quite a bounty in Jedi these days. Not that I'm looking to collect, but if there's a master there, I think I know who it is. I'm not certain, otherwise I'd tell you. But the man I'm thinking about is smart, likes to stay in the shadows, and is cryptic as hell. If he isn't a Jedi Master, he should become one. There's a slight problem with that. I know you don't want to hear that since you went through all the effort of spring. The thing is, scavengers have already looted most of my stuff. Most of it's garbage anyway, so I don't care too much. But I did have a couple of encrypted holodisks that they nabbed. So here's the punchline. I need those discs because they have some contact information on them. People I know you don't just walk up and chat with. There's a procedure. And that holodisk has the procedure. Bikel's gang pretty much owns this street. From what I hear, she's the one that cleaned me out. She's in the local cantina most days. She's tough as Drexel leather and more dangerous than an angry Wookiee. If you take Mandalore with you, though, you should be just fine. Just get me the encrypted holodisk. Have you found the encrypted holodisk? I doubt that Bikel is smart enough.
Stay out of trouble.
You're back to visit me. So all 3 captains have been removed. I will let my friends know of your able assistance. You've made a powerful...
Wait your turn. I have 3 customers ahead of you.
What do you want here? What's it to you? You? Those words will be your...
Good to see you again. Really? You've done a tremendous service for the Republic. Now I have to catch the first shuttle out of here.
Found the... Great going there. With these, I'll check my contacts at the palace. I should be able to get a meeting with your Jedi Master. You got anything you need to take care of in the quarter, you best do it now. You're dealing with serious pop. If things go bad during a meeting, you may not be welcome in Isis anymore. Yeah, I'll get...
Is this meeting a trap? I can't afford to lose you.
Anything could be a trap.
Is this necessary? I can guarantee your safety in the palace, but outside these walls, the General has many men that would do anything.
Nothing in life is certain, Your Majesty.
Very well.
Aren't I all?
That's what I was afraid you'd say.
Well, the meeting is on. Head straight to the cantina. You guys should be in... And, no offense, but I hope I never see you again.
You must have gone through a lot to arrange this meeting. The palace is at full battle readiness.
Kavar, the famed Jedi Guardian. The Mandalorians counted on the fact it would be you, not Revan, who would lead the Jedi against us during the battle. I wonder how we'd have fared against you.
It seems my former student keeps curious company. No, I survived the war, if only just. Why are you here? I imagine that you hold little love for any on the Jedi Council anymore, even an old friend. You have to understand that it was a time of great uncertainty. We just learned that Darth Revan was back with an armada. Every Jedi that went with him was lost, corrupted, and as dark as their master. And then there was you. Many thought you were a spy, but there's more to it than that. And I think you deserve an
Am I interrupting? In orbit, I thought for sure that the Ebon Hawk was mine. I was certain, only to see you. Imagine my delight to discover you were on Isis. Quite careless. Get them, men, and watch your aim. Civilian casualties cause a mess of paperwork.
Let's get over the palace. I'll get word to you when I'm able. Run!
What have you done to my men? Blast! Men, take care of her. I won't let Kavar escape.
This cantina is infested with life. A well-placed grenade could cleanse some of the dirty and insect.
Stop the fighting! Stop! Sergeant, take care of the witnesses. Appearances have to be maintained, and I'm afraid we don't have much time. You've helped out General Vaklu, and he understands. We have allies, terrible allies. They want you dead. However, the General believes you, but we have to maintain appearances. You helped Ander with something that has been a serious problem for us. The General believes you have already been a more faithful... I assume you want to know more about our ally. There is little we know about him. A Sith Lord. No idea of the name. Frankly, we had no idea who we were dealing with at first. What I have told you is true. We only deal with their intermediaries. The General believes we can make a new alliance that will be in both of our interests. Vaklu wants to control all of Onderon. The Republic's time is nearly over. We'd like to ask your assistance in dealing with our ally, the Sith. Eventually, we will attack Queen Talia's palace. Besides, the Sith Lord wants you dead. The Queen has lashed her future to an ailing Republic. When the Republic falls, she will bring Onderon, but Vaklu wants Onderon to be independent and strong. And ultimately, being in his good graces would be more. You must make a choice.
Vaklu is a political animal, but he has never backed out of a deal. The Sith must have changed their arrangement substantially. You can trust his offer. He's far more capable than Queen Talia is. I'll vouch for him. I know him from across a battlefield.
That can easily be arranged. That is also in, like I told you, that...
I shall make this one.
What's happening in the West Square? Command's ordered comm blackout. Do you know what's going on? What? Why? That makes no sense. Command hasn't issued any alerts. Are you sure it wasn't some of those Beast Rider slags? You must be mistaken. Soldiers just don't attack civilians without orders. Just head to the safety of the Merchant Square, citizen. We'll send a patrol to investigate as soon as we can contact our HQ. There has been a serious act. There has been a serious. There has been a. You know what to do. Let's go and get her! diagnostic is doing something target acquired. What the hell does...
There was an alert over by the sky ramp earlier. I hope it's settled down.
Crime rates have been soaring.
Your visa's been scanned. You're cleared to leave. I'd leave right away. Things are going crazy in the...
The shuttle is just ahead. I think we should get out of here fast. It's gonna be some time before they forget about us here. No more trips to ISIS for us until the situation changes. A lot.
How may I serve?
Unnecessary annoying recitation.
No one's going. going to stay docked here until... I'm not ready to part company yet. It sounds like you have a lot of traveling. I'm going with you. The Sith have taken a particular interest in you. The Sith aren't known for sharing power. And then my people would be eradicated or enslaved. Helping your cause is a matter of necessity. Mandalorians helped Exar Kun during his war. But that's enough for now. We'll have time to talk later.
The Ebonhawk is patched up and ready to go.
I don't think you'll be able to return to Isis anytime soon. General Vaklu has a great deal. Even a Jedi couldn't defeat him.
How may I... Serve.
I did well in the battle before you left. You have fought more battles on Isis. You are truly formidable.
I hear you handled Isis adequately. Mandalore has left me in charge until he has finished his... If there is any change...
Ready to head back? Follow me.
Command, you will talk. Defiant statement. There is nothing you can do to me. Do your worst. Agonized exclamation. My photoreceptors. Statement. I shall up the charge of your circuits next time. Posturing statement. Then I will have to set...
That is one sick.
Statement. My prisoner has revealed something of interest. Statement. The facility that is creating these cruder, unsophisticated versions of me is located on Telos. I propose we go there and turn it into a smoldering crater.
What do you mean, Pazak? This is runt. Yeah, well, I'm still not convinced you aren't.
Warning, if you draw another ±1 card, I will enact assassination.
This droid is clean. Pazak. What?
HK-47. I did not realize that...
Query, what is...
I see that your recent reassembly has not affected your behavior.
Statement. If I require a similar diagnosis...
Oh, there is much work that needs to be done.
Query, have we had the misfortune to meet before?
Oh, and I have not finished...
Statement. My memory core has suffered some damage. Statement. Yet somehow, a gap in my circuits makes me feel as if I should remember you. Statement. This is all the more important since during my routine inspection of all potential escape routes from this vessel, I made an interesting discovery. Observation. The navicomputer is voice-locked. As a consequence, you are now responsible for course corrections and astrogation. Statement. That is indeed a great burden. It also raises many questions. Query. Why would someone lock the navicomputer? Answer. Presumably to hide where one has been. Statement. I believe you've been somewhere. Somewhere you wish to keep hidden. Query. Is there someone that... State. Query. Indeed, I was unaware that the navicomputer was locked. Statement. Yes, I heard it was voice printed. Statement. I suppose so, Master, but I would need to know who voice-locked it. It seems to me that we will have to accept the T3's astrogation abilities for the time being. It is a very loyal statement. 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 Query. Answer.
Say the word.
Yes, Master. Obvious statement. This was not anticipated. I am attempting alarmed embarrassment.
More
Greetings, madam. Please feel free to direct any of your inquiries to me, and I will do...
Donos Imaragith.
Kawan.
I don't know how we're gonna get by.
Welcome to...
So you've returned. Really? That's great news. The situation here hasn't improved at all. What did you discover? Not until I have a better idea of what we'd be getting into. You're right about that, and our bargaining position is weak because of it. Fuel's short everywhere, and Voga will demand a high price, I'm sure. Still, we don't have much of a choice. We need fuel. Now, I never believed for a moment. Now, I've got to send this information to...
Kawana.
Yes, Master.
I hear Asgol's been paying mercenaries. A lot of us are tempted to go, though.
The hours are terrible, and the pay isn't much better.
Lorso isn't the most popular executive I've worked under, but I'll say one thing.
I hear Asgol's been paying mercenaries to go to Dantooine. Can't figure out why anyone would need mercenaries.
I simply do not have time for you. If there is
Greetings, madam. My please.
It might be helpful if I made some changes to my remote's maintenance later.
That would be a welcome, and my miniature counterpart would finally...
All right, then. There. You should be able to do some quick fixes. You won't be able to perform serious repairs, but you should be able to patch up any broken droid. Don't worry about it. Hey, it's something for Goto. Think of it this way.
Statement. I've had quite enough tampering at the hands of unskilled meatbags such as yourself.
Unskilled meatbag?
Appeasement. I did not mean to imply that you were an unskilled. It is only that I am quite particular with my repairs. Perhaps, when I am more confident in your abilities, I will allow you to examine my...
Iridonian, if I might have a moment.
What is it?
I have spent some time in the presence of your remote, and the upgrades you have performed on him are... I am impressed with your work, though less so with your...
What's wrong with my
I find his use of resources, energy spent on frivolous things, to be an but it is obvious you have some skill, however slight, in the upgrading of machines. I want you to...
I should be able to do something.
So you fought against the Mandalorian?
I was part of the war effort, yeah.
But you fought on the front lines.
I could do without your Mandalorian honor. And look at them now. Mandalorians are little better than mercenary.
If I were you, I'd pick...
You fought for no cause.
Maybe that's what it looked like to you.
You did nothing, but...
The Republic took us too light.
That's exactly what...
Defeat is part of the warriors.
Doesn't it even bother you that you...
People die in...
Well, I'm glad to have you guarding my back.
Fine by...
Something up? All right, I'm game. What did you want to show me? Got it. Something up? Well, you've got that look in your eye, so who am I to argue? All right, I think I've got it. I'll try to practice it when I get the chance. Something up? All right. But I tell you... All right. Something up? All right.
I am prepared for whatever you wish to... I understand. My life. I am prepared... My life. I will end... My master did not... There are... Where they... I will... I'm not... But... There are many... Where they... I will... I've put in... The... I've put in...
Yes.
Very well.
The Jedi practice many forms, many... You may have already felt the Shicho, the simplest... Others may come with... It is simple. It has... a technique that helps one resist the force of... It does more damage, but it leaves you vulnerable. Others may come with time. A defensive technique. With a lightsaber blade and enough skill in deflection, it is an excellent defense against blasters, but others may come with... An aggressive technique, but it is powerful, effective. It can counter blaster weapons and add to the damage of your... Others may come with... Very well. Very well. It allows you to recover your strength with the Force more quickly, and it lends strength to your Force powers. It has no other drawbacks. Such a form is a gift, preferred of the Jedi consulars, and effective in combats where you must fight only through the Force. Very well. Have you done as I asked? Very well. Have you... Very well. Then know this. Many are the times I meditate in the silence. I do this so that I might center myself, listen to the currents of the galaxy. There are others who may achieve this in occupying the mind. Skill does not always draw from the Force, but it is a measure of power nonetheless. It can grant knowledge. Much can be achieved without the Force. Now I am tired. Yes. Ask. Yes. If you travel with us, Blinded One, then you shall work for your passage on this vessel. Your lightsaber, give it to me.
I shall die before it passes from my hands.
Your lightsaber, give it to me.
The crystal I took from the condensed mist sunk it.
It is adequate. You are young. Your energy for such things surpasses mine, and your skill is enough that you may teach her the basics of the weapon. There is much she has forgotten.
There's only so much I can teach her.
That fact did not escape me. Now, try to kill her with the single blade. Use no other Force technique, no items, merely the blade. This is no Ichani etiquette ritual. Do not ask her. Grab your blade. You will fight until you have defeated her. The Sith will not allow you. You have disobeyed me. I said single weapon, no Force powers. Now you will begin again. You have disobeyed me. I said single. Grab your blade. A weakness to the enemy. A weakness to the enemy. A weakness to the enemy. Grab your blade. This. A You have disobeyed. You have You have You have disobeyed. A weakness in the deal.